the right decision for you, or are you being swayed by you've had a bad week or you've had a bad month? Good morning, how's everyone doing on this fine summer's day? I can't believe the weather today. It's absolutely horrendous. Let me just turn this around so you can see. It is absolutely hammering it down. I'm in Stafford this morning for a meeting with a client. So it's an early start. It's about a 3.5 hour drive for me from my home address to this client, so it's one of my more further away ones, and the motorways are bad because of the weather. Everything's bad because of the weather, to be honest. But I've arrived early. I left with plenty of time just in case there was any issues with traffic. That's good advice for people. Be early. That's a military thing. We're always told to arrive the 5 minutes before, so we're 10 minutes early. I'm actually 45 minutes early, so I'm doing quite well. I want to do a quick video on a bit of advice for service leavers. Obviously I've mentioned I was in the military. I left in 2007, and I wanted to try and offer any sort of help, guidance, advice for people who are currently still in, and maybe coming to the end of their time, or have decided that the military career is not for them. So just a few hints and tips. I'll probably do a few videos on this because it's a vast subject, and all I can do is offer the advice that took me down my path, the way that I went. And obviously since coming out in the military, I've been relatively successful in with my work, but that's not to say that there wasn't challenges when I got out. First of all, what I'd say is, if you are currently in your military career and you think you want to leave, have another think about it. Is it the right decision for you, or are you being swayed by you've had a bad week or you've had a bad month, or there is someone in your platoon or your troop or your section that is not happy in getting out because it's not for them, and they're influencing your decision. It's very important to not fall into the "this isn't for me" attitude, "I'm leaving" attitude that, sometimes gets infectious within a platoon or a troop, and then before you know it, everyone's decided that they're leaving because they haven't had enough. I've seen it happen when I was in, and I've seen people who have left and come back within months because civilian life wasn't for them either, and they were just being influenced by other people in their platoon. So what I'd say is, if you're thinking about getting out, seriously think about the reasons why you're leaving, and make sure it's not an outside influence from someone who is in your platoon, or an outside influence such as a girlfriend or a partner, or a boyfriend or whatever, who's trying to get you to get out. It's your decision, and it's a very big decision. You've obviously got to wait 12 months then before you can get out, and you can change your mind at any time, and don't feel like you're going to be judged by anyone if you decide that that you're staying in. I've seen so many people sign off and sign back on. I did it once myself before I actually did sign off and leave, and it might not be for you. Secondly is, come up with a plan of attack on what you're going to do. Important things are, what are you going to do when you leave? What job are you going to do? And watch what their expectations are. I've seen people say, "Oh, I'm going to be a plumber when I leave," and the reason they were leaving is because they want to spend more time with their family, and they're now truck drivers and spend more time away than they did when they were in the military. You're not going to be a plumber overnight. You've got to do apprenticeships. It takes a long time to work up to it. Fitness instructors, again, another one where you're relatively fit in the army. You do your fitness every day. You do a resettlement course to be a fitness instructor, but then you've got to go and work in a gym for sort of kind of low wage, and work yourself up. Now, I've seen that be successful for people, and I've seen that absolutely fail for people. I chose security. I did my resettlement on security, and I've stuck with security and made a career out of it. But it's taken me the same amount of time it would have in the military to rise up through the sort of the ranks of the security industry. I did have to go and start at the bottom as a security officer. So that's another thing to remember. For whatever job you're going to do, make sure you look into it. Whatever it's selling on the internet of what you're going to earn, you need to then be aware of the amount of bills that you're going to be expected to pay. What I wish I had done, and what I'd advise anyone to do, is save. When I first joined the army, I had a corporal that told me, put £50 a month away from your wages into a bank account and don't touch it for the whole time of your army career. I so wish I had took that advice. It was very sound advice. And on the lead up to me getting out, I did start to save money, because I knew there was going to be bills to pay. But a lot of people don't, and then they get out, and then that monthly wage that you've been so reliant on just evaporates, and you're now working for someone. You're earning less money. You're having to work harder for that money. So just if you can save up a bit of cash to help you with them sort of kind of unsuspected things, and then finally somewhere to live, and don't be sort of kind of ashamed to move back in with your parents until you get yourself sorted. I didn't. I got myself a little apartment, but it was very little. It was a one bedroom apartment, and that did me for a sort of year and a half, until my now wife got pregnant. So don't think I need a 3-bedroom house if you're a single bloke. Share a room. Don't be fancy. And then think about the costs of that sort of kind of your council tax, your water, gas, electric, internet. The bills just mount up. TV license is something that caught me out. I didn't, it's not something I thought about. So there's all these things to sort of kind of factor in before you even sign off, before you even sign that dotted line. Just think about what the impact will be on you before you leave. I hope to do more videos like this and offer people support and guidance and help. I know it's over 10 years since I left the military, but I think it's still very relevant. I'm on sort of kind of military forums, and I can see that the same mistakes that I made, people are still making now. So if there's any way I can advise or help anyone who's planning on leaving the military, if you're planning on even coming into the security industry and you just want someone to DM, to have a chat and say, look, can you advise me on this, then send me a DM. I'm happy for you to do that. I'll do some more videos on this particular subject, and hopefully I can help someone out. If it helps one person, I'll be happy with that. Obviously check out my other videos on sort of kind of security and business and life on my YouTube channel, or you can find them here on LinkedIn. Thanks for watching.